Alright, I'm back. Ow, that hurt. Ugh. Back in my world. I decided to change up the thumbnail because I want the stream to do a little better. I want to get more people watching. So I decided to change up the thumbnail a little bit. Hold on, let me. It's good. Alright. Alright. Changed up the thumbnail. I'm also really uncomfortable right now. Ugh, there we go. Ugh. Alright. Alright. Hello, yeah 2.0. I see you are immediately here within a very short period of time. That's fine, I guess. I last time got this set up. I finally got an MFE, which is currently generating power over here. I think I might want to extend the house so this doesn't get blown up by a creeper, because that would really suck. But this is getting like 500 EU every few seconds. But I'm going to probably extend my house, maybe with some stone, or maybe some andesite. No, I know what I'm going to do. I'm going to get some gold. 1 gold ore should be enough. And I'm going to throw it in here and hope that it does not make any alloys, because I do not want alloys right now. And then 1 seared brick. And that should do what I wanted to do. I'm also going to go ahead and harvest some sap real quick, because I need it. I got a few sap logs here. Anyways, today I'm planning on answering questions about Christianity that people have while playing Minecraft. I hope that goes well. I mean, normally it doesn't go very well. I mean, it's not like it goes badly. It's just like I don't get very many questions normally. But, you know. Anyways. Alright. I got some bread here. Oh crap, I almost walked right into the lava. Alright, now that that's done, we're going to pour that on that. Go back in here. Alright, we got plenty of stuff. Alright, now that makes a ingot cast, and then I'll use that to get some cobalt. For some reason there is ardite in here right now. So I'm just going to get some cobalt going. It'll make a tiny bit of manlan, but I don't care about that very much. This sword's pretty nice, though. Anyways. Today's been pretty fine. Currently, we have this new rooster that we got, and it's very timid, and it's currently missing right now. I'm not sure where it went. I'm hoping it doesn't die, because it's a pretty nice rooster. So, hope it doesn't die. But who knows at this point. Make a bucket real quick. Gonna be honest, I like buckets more than those fluid cells. There. Alright. Let's keep that in my inventory. It's almost done smelting. Anyways, I recently got access to some more animes to watch with my brother recently, so that's been nice. But, anyways, give me this. And I think, yeah, I got one in here. There. Beautiful. Alright, now I think I'm going to wait till it turns to night and then I'm going to sleep real quick. I'd like to stay within the loaded chunks so this continues to make power. Okay, it's not making power anymore. Did it start raining or something? I don't know, who knows? Maybe like a tree grew over it or something. If I could sleep, maybe. Is this not? No, it's generating power. It's just doing it slower. Okay, that's probably because it's turning the nighttime. Can I sleep, please? It's probably one of the most annoying things in Minecraft. Trying to sleep and it won't let you. Alright. I'm gonna move this. I'm not gonna move it. I don't need to. But I need to find some andesite because I like building with andesite. It's just one of my favorite blocks. I'm not gonna mine direct andesite. Instead, I'm gonna mine diorite because we realized a while ago you can craft andesite with diorite and cobblestone. So I'm just gonna mine a bunch of this. I just want to cover up my energy storage room. Maybe I'll just make a whole room there for energy and generating energy in that room. Maybe I'll do that. That might not be a bad idea. Anyways, today I want to answer questions about the Bible and stuff, and that could be anything, anything people ask, except for Revelation. I'm not great with Revelation, which basically means I don't know what's going on in Revelation, and I don't think it matters very much. I mean it matters, but like it doesn't matter very much for Christian living. It's not going to improve your life very much. It's just telling you what's going to happen. It doesn't tell you when it's going to happen, so you know. I don't really see a point to study it when I could be studying more important things like salvation theology, Calvinism, you know, stuff like that. But anyways, there are llamas here getting in the way of me mining. I personally don't really like when they added in llamas. I don't really care for when they add in animals into the game that don't do anything. Kind of like axolotls. I don't really care that they added in axolotls. I mean, I find it a little bit useless, but I don't like care about it very much. It's not like I think about it a lot or complain about it. It's just like I don't really care about them. The first thought anyone has whenever they see a new mob in Minecraft is, what does it drop? And Minecraft kind of wants to curb that thought process. Because I remember when they added in the sea turtle, my very first idea was I need to kill it to get the scoots, the turtle shells, so I can get the helmet. That was my first thought. Apparently, you need to protect them and when protect their children, and when their children grow up, you get their scoots. So I don't know. Seems odd to me. All right, polished andesite. Looks very nice. All right, I'm just gonna make a whole room around here. I want to be careful because these things, they look scary. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I don't want to cover that up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, this kind of just spawned naturally, which is very ironic considering it's a cross. I know a cross is a common shape, but it's still kind of ironic to have it just spawn in your Christian world right next to your freaking house. Kind of surprising. I guess there's something similar over there, but you know, it's interesting yet nonetheless. I'm just gonna make this a solid box. I don't care much for windows, especially not when I'm dealing with industrial craft. Because windows, I don't want a creeper to just blow up my machines or anything like that. Plus, if I put windows, it wouldn't matter. I'm going to put machinery all over the walls, so it doesn't really matter. Anyways, I wonder how long I can keep this world going. That's my biggest problem in Minecraft, is keeping worlds going. I can't keep them going very long. I always fail. It's kind of embarrassing. I think I know what to do though. I think I'm gonna put one layer here, and I'm gonna make this look nice. It's gonna be pretty cool. Maybe it won't look cool actually. Anyways, maybe I should have put this on the other side. It's too late now. It'll look alright. I'm gonna make like a pointed roof. That's what I'm gonna do. This is pretty nice. All of that sap's already respawned. That's kind of nice. we go. There. There we go. I mean, it's not the best. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. I mean, this looks kind of bad. Maybe I should change this to diorite. That's probably a good idea. I'll change this to diorite. I think I failed to make a house. An iconic or nice looking house. At least I'm going to get some wood back out of it. What a mess. Did I see a name tag? I thought I just saw a name tag. That was weird. Oh my gosh. I didn't even install any Herobrine mods. This is not nice. Okay, let's see. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. I'm so stupid. These are solar panels. Oh my gosh. Okay, first off, I need to light this place up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's too dark still. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, that's pretty good. Alright. It's looking pretty nice. Now, what I'm going to need is some glass. Hopefully whole blocks, because that would look better. 3 glass blocks! Absolutely amazing. Just amazing. Look at this. Watch this amazingness. 1, 2, 3. How did I lose so many? Give me that crap. Oh my gosh. 1, 2, 3. Now what I can do is add 3 more there, just so I can add some more solar panels, make it look even. That would make more sense in my opinion. I also need to get this, because I don't want to lose my mind. There you go. Now I just need a door, which I would like to have a door in between these two, but I don't know if that's an option. So I'm going to put that up there. I think I have another door. Right? Hey, I had one more door. I didn't burn it. That's why you never burn your doors in a furnace. Because you might eventually need one more. Or you just always make houses that, you know, have extra doors. Never mind that. There's some generators I think I want to make. And to deck that room out. First off, I don't think there's going to be any machines here for a long time. So let's just make a passage between the two. I mean, it's kind of annoying to have all this water here, but it's fine. Maybe I could get some lily pads and put them here for the time being. But it's alright. Oh, it'd be better if it was like this. And then the torch. Crap, I dropped all of them. The torch there. Alright, that's better. Alright, now I gotta go ahead and make some stuff. First off, a thing I want to make is armor. Oh, it's a Mon! Hello, Mon. First off, a thing I'm going to want to make is some armor. But first off, before any of that, I need power. Because this is ridiculous. So I'm going to search up just generator. Okay, maybe not. How about just EU? Okay, that's too much. Every single thing that has anything to do with EU is popping up. Except for the generators! Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll just search generator again. What a mess. Alright. Is there any more chat? I gotta like boost up. My iPad, which I read the chat from, is like up on top of my computer box. So I have to get up there and look. Anyway, so there's several different things we can get. We can get the semi-fluid generator, which is interesting. You can use it for biomass, but there's no reason to, because you might as well just use the energy it takes to make biomass or biogas, and just use that energy instead of using it to make biogas and then using it in there. That seems pointless to me. Next up, there's well, that's not gonna work. Manual kinetic generator. I could do that. That would, in theory, get me a decent amount of power, but I'd be sitting there cranking it all day, and that would suck. Next up, there's the geothermal generator, which in my opinion is one of the better generators, as you can see. It takes 2 universal fluid cells, some glass, some iron casings, and a generator. And basically, you put lava in it, and then it uses the lava's heat to generate power, which is pretty nice. So first off, to get this, I'm going to need quite a bit of sand. It's turning the night. This is annoying. I'm going to need quite a bit of sand so I can use glass to make it. I don't know if I just want 1. I might want like 2 or 3. You know what? 1's probably fine, because they do burn through lava pretty quickly, I'd say. But yeah, we'll just get 16 of that. Pretty perfect. Maybe I should have gotten something to help me travel faster. This is annoying. Maybe, I mean, I have a hang glider, but you know, maybe like a long sword would have helped, or a jetpack. I could make a jetpack. Those are actually quite easy to make. Alright. Oh wait, I forgot to use these slabs. Whoops. Alright. Next up, what I can do is connect this to this, and I can fill this with power that way. The bad thing is, for some reason they updated the game to make it so these are power tier 1, and the MFE is power tier 3. So if I connect the MFE to this compressor, per se, it'll blow up the compressor, because it's allowing too much energy in too quickly, which is annoying, because I don't want that to happen. Which means what I need to do is get a freak ton of transformer upgrades. Yeah, transformer upgrades over here. Increase energy input tier by 1. I need to get a freak ton of these things, and they're kind of expensive. They take some gold cables, glass, electronic circuit, and an NB transformer, which is a bunch of iron. And that's for 1. And I'll need 2 of them per machine, which is stupid. That's difficult. I'm just going to get the wait, what was that? What is this? Oh. Dungeon. Okay. Geothermal generator. I'm probably going to get one of these. First off, what I'm going to need to do, get some iron going. Oh, no, we got some iron. Okay, good. For a second, I thought we had no iron. I was like, dang it, now I have to go smelt iron. Anyways, I'll use this forge hammer just because I have it. And 2 of these. And I don't have any tin cables. Alright, we're going to screw the tin cable, some tin real quick. And we'll just smash these. Perfect. And that plus the 10 cables, and I'll be able to make a battery. This is the most simple kind of battery you can make in the game. Very easy. Boom. 10k. This holds 10k EU. So I can throw it in here, and I could get 10k EU. And I could get a bunch of these things and just store them in a chest. Or a cool thing is what you could do with them is sell them. Sell them to other players if you were to play this with other people. And that'd be kind of a cool thing to do, honestly. In my opinion. Next up, we're going to need to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. And then basic machine casing here, this, and we got our generator. That's one piece. Next up, we need to throw that in there. Do we need a... No, we don't. That's convenient. We'll just need 2 cells. So I'll just take these, and I'll just... Crap. No, freak. No, freak. Okay. Okay. Never mind. Okay, I'll just take it back. I'll just take it back to water. Okay, there. I'll put it out here. It'll go out here. There we go. There. Perfect. Oh, what a mess. It's a good thing water doesn't screw up your machines in this mod. I mean, it only really gets rid of the cables, and that's about it. Anyways, we got an iron plate, and now just need some glass. All right, grab some glass here, and we'll be good. That'll be 1 geothermal generator, which is fairly cheap, honestly. And then I'll just connect that right to our... Should I want to put it here? Do I? I could put it here just to be safe. What the freak, I'll put it here. Alright, then I'll fill it up with lava. First off, I need lava to fill it up with. And for me to do that, I'm going to need quite a bit of tanks. Tanks are pretty difficult to get. However, there is one other way I can get tanks. You can make obsidian tanks. Yeah, you can make obsidian tanks, which are almost clear, from open blocks. They hold 16 buckets of lava each. You get 2 of them per craft. But you can also make these ones. Tanks. I don't even know what that is. Bronze tank, that holds 32 buckets of anything. This iron tank holds 32 buckets. Steel tank holds 128 buckets. That's quite a freaking lot. 32 buckets, 128. And then iridium holds... Is that 1,000 buckets? Oh my gosh! Goodness gracious! I could make a steel one just for the heck of it, but we'll probably do an iron one. Oh wait, it takes universal fluid cells. You know what? What the heck? Why not? We'll make an iron tank. Well, actually, will I? No, I'll just stick with the regular obsidian ones because I think I already have... Yeah, I already got one here. We just need to empty it real quick. Ah, crap. That's a lot of water. Now, come on. There, got it out. All out. Alright, perfect. Next up, we need to throw up all that. Now we got 2 tanks ready to go. I'm also going to grab these glass panes so I can make more tanks on the go. Do I have any obsidian? No, okay. Let's just go ahead and go find some lava and get to it. Ah, yes, Amon is definitely here. Hello, Amon. It's nice to have Amon here. Anyways, I'm going to go find some lava, and I'm going to use it to get some power. Typically, I don't... Oh, wait, there's some lava, but that's, like, nothing. That's, like basically no lava. Let's actually go this way. Okay. Isn't Battle Royale in Minecraft just Hunger Games? Not really. Battle Royale, you fall from the sky. You'd probably be talking about Deadly Games. That's what you'd be talking about. Deadly Games in Minecraft would just be Hunger Games. That's essentially what Battle Royale is. It's just falling from the sky, so you gotta choose your location, but also Hunger Games. That's basically what it is. Hunger Games, but you gotta choose your location. And you fall from the sky, and there's a parachute, and there's shovels. It's not really a big difference, if you think about it. It's not very revolutionary. Where the freak? Oh, I don't know where the freak I was. I'm not even sure what I was doing. I gotta get up off the ground to read your messages easily. Because the place where I'm reading them is so high up. Currently. I'd like to mine some more uranium, because uranium, you can use it to make possibly the best way in the game to get energy. You can get 100 EU a tick per... from what I know, with my best setup that I recently discovered for the nuclear reactor, you can get 100 EU a tick, which is, I believe, like 2,000 EU a second. You can get that with a certain setup, and that's about the best you can get, to my knowledge. I don't really know of any way you can get more EU from it without, it exploding. I found you can get it to explode. If you're not careful, it'll explode. So I need to be careful with it, and I'm gonna have it near my house. So maybe what I should do is get construction foam and make a giant thing around the nuclear reactor, so it doesn't blow up my house. There's another uranium, dude. That's a lot. But yeah, I'd like to get uranium's just a little hard to get because you gotta mine quite a bit for it. But once you get it, it is quite a lot of energy, and eventually you can get your hands on plutonium, which is actually really fun. It's really fun to get plutonium. Basically, you need to deplete rods of uranium, and when they're depleted, you put them in a centrifuge, and you get a tiny, tiny amount of plutonium, and you can use that for a lot of different things, actually. You can use it for energy that is just basically free energy. You don't have to do anything for it. It just passively generates energy, which is pretty nice, honestly. That's called RTG pellets, and you can get them with 3 plutonium, which is quite a bit. It's 27 rods of, that's 27 rods, which is actually pretty difficult to get, but, you know. Alright, let's see if I can find some lava down here. I'd love to have a server with Industrial Craft, but I don't know, I just feel like Industrial Craft, it's such an old mod that people don't even remember it anymore. I recently discovered it a few years ago. Back when I was watching freaking Pegasus every day. I decided to stop watching him because, you know, it's not really great for you to be watching commentary videos all the time. They make you a less kind person. I kind of think, but you know. Anyways, that's when I was learning how to use this mod, and basically how I learned how to use it is I got a mod that allowed me to get a crap ton of resources really quickly and easily, and then I used that mod in order to do it. Is that an emerald? To be honest, I don't care much about emerald. It only really has one use, and that is that's oh no, 2 uses. Getting Silk Touch on a Tinker's Construct tool, and getting basically a different kind of unbreaking on a Tinker's Construct tool, which is the tool I'm holding right now, this blue one. I think I remember seeing this mod a while ago. Not sure. I've heard this mod is actually really, really old. I don't care about the spawner. Don't chastise me. Like stupid old. Like 10, 12 years old. Ooh, Iridium. Sweet. Got 13 shards. 13 shards of Iridium. That's actually really good. Typically, you don't get that much. Typically, you get like 5, 6. Sometimes you can actually get compressed Iridium, which is Iridium ore. You can't mine Iridium, though. Even though it says ore, you can't mine it. There is no actual Iridium ore. You just gotta find it in dungeon chests. And that's, emeralds are kinda just there. Yeah, they're just kinda just there. They just kinda sit around. They're not really useful. It's kinda like copper in the new versions of Minecraft. Like, they made it. We have it. What do we do with it? It's either you turn it into blocks and you build with it, or you just kind of sit it in your chest and be like, oh, look at me, I'm rich. That's about it. Oh, I need to get my bucket out. Alright. I honestly did not have water, so it's good I grabbed that. Oh, a little bit of uranium. That's 4 uranium now. I mean, yeah. It's just... I guess it's pretty. I mean, I guess there's that. Other than that, I don't really see the point of copper. I mean, emeralds, at least you can, if you get a lot of them, you can trade with villagers. But they're not very easy to get a lot of when mining. So there's no reason to mine for them unless you have Fortune 3 and you just absolutely hate trading with villagers. Which, if you think about that, why would you be getting emeralds if you hate trading with villagers? It's just faster to trade with villagers to get emeralds. It's just faster. Maybe if they made emeralds more like copper, you know, you break them and you get several emeralds out of it, that would be better. That plus fortune, get like 20 emeralds off a single ore. That would be pretty decent, you know. That'd make it worth your time. Then people would actually be mining for emeralds and be like, oh sweet, an emerald. It wouldn't be like, oh, it's an emerald. That thing. Once again. Anyways. Let's try to get as much of this as possible. I'm going to need 12. It's a good thing my pickaxe can mine it fairly quickly. Oh, never mind. That's not fast at all. Never mind. This ain't fast. Even though it's made of cobalt and got plus 10% mining speed, it still ain't very fast at all. Well, I'll try to make it go 5 quickly by talking about random stuff that happens to me. Recently, we've had chickens for a while, but recently, 2 chickens on their own without any help hatched chicks from eggs. They hatched their own chicks from eggs. And then, sadly, what happened was we lost 3 of them in a few weeks. We should have just put them inside of a cage. That would have been better for them. They would be safer. Wouldn't have to worry about predators. It sucks. We still have 2 of them, though. It's still nice that we're getting free birds. I've noticed both hens that had the babies were black hens, so I'm thinking maybe we should get more black hens if they're like really good at actually raising children. Because, you know, eventually there's gonna come a time where we won't be able to buy chickens anymore. And to keep our flock going, we're gonna wanna have to incubate a lot of eggs, and it'd be helpful if the chickens would sit on their own eggs and you know, hatch babies out of them. But anyways, that's 12 right there. So I guess it did go pretty quickly. Alright, now I just put all of it in the corners and then glass in the middle. There we go. 8 tanks. That's actually decent. I could use a little more, but that's pretty good. First off, we need to find a better source of lava. Which I think I can find one. I think there was one over here, actually. Yes. Apparently, now it's obsidian, though. But I'll probably still get a decent amount. Basically, we put 3 up like that. Put a water down. And we just start grabbing it, throwing it in. Grabbing it, throwing it in. Place a torch for some reason. Oh, man. People here. Yay. Hey, from Delfino Soto. Hello. Hello. Anyways. That's kind of deep. I don't want to fall in there, because I would totally die if I fell in there. And then I have to find my stuff, and it'd be really annoying. And it'd completely ruin the stream. Reminds me of some of those times where I like fall off a cliff, and then I die, and then I spend the entire rest of the stream just looking for my stuff. Alright. Try not get mistaken my name. And then Fire to Epic XD says hi. So, hello. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Not really great at that. I do wonder, do people get mad when you mispronounce their names? Maybe surprised, but I wouldn't expect people to get mad. You know. I could mine more. Romantic description. Oh gosh. Made a vid about roasting this brain-rotted kid. Who are you talking about? Might have to watch that later. Honestly, I don't see the point in roasting people anymore. I remember back in the day, a few years ago, I was one of those people who was doing the skeleton roasting with my friends. It was bad. It was just a mean thing to do. That's kind of all it was. Pointless and mean. I mean, she was saying Italian brain rot. I don't even know what that is. I don't know if you're supposed to know what that is in the first place. I don't think that's an intention of that, is that you know what it is. Italian brain rot. I don't know what that is. AI generated photos? Okay. I find AI peculiar. I think it's interesting and can be used to do good stuff, but I think it can be used to do way more bad stuff than good stuff. It can be used to steal crap. It could be used to make content that has no soul in it. But, you know, I remember I used to do this thing where I would, with my friends, I would generate a scary AI-generated picture, and then I would basically write context to it, which was kind of cool. It's my first shot at actually writing stuff, which is kind of interesting. I kind of just went off the deep end, just started saying stuff. One of my favorites was with a blood tornado. That was pretty cool. I think AI is interesting. Sometimes I talk with ChatGPT about stuff, try to convince it of things. Though it is pretty hard to do that. Can I? Okay, I'm gonna need some cobble to get up there. That's gonna fall down. It's gonna take some time though. Has brain rotted multiple people? So the best-selling brain rot means meme has become the ultimate brain rot of 2025. I'm not even sure how long memes are gonna last. I mean, they'll probably last for a very long time, maybe forever, maybe for the rest of life. But they keep getting worse, you know. Some of them are funny. So I like wholesome jokes. Those are nice. But people are getting confused with those. They like label, like, say, pranks as wholesome, and they're not at all. And then that's the joke, and I don't like that because it's still being done to someone. Like with those videos of people going up to like a Taco Bell, and they're like, "I'm gonna buy food for the homeless," and they're like, "Oh, okay, we'll give it to you free," and then they go and they eat all the tacos. I know that's a joke, but it still makes me uncomfortable. I don't actually know if they did it or not. Or maybe there's a chance that they paid for the tacos and they were just doing it for views, and that's fine in its own right. It's not the worst thing in the world to fake stuff, as long as it's like fairly clear that it's fake. Like there's some videos you see will like people doing like bathroom pranks and crap. Like, first off, why would someone be recording in the bathroom? Simple questions can help you reach enlightened answers. Why would someone be recording in the bath? No one records in the bathroom. Unless there's something to record. But, anyways. Yeah, I don't like brain rot very much. Most of the brain rot that's actually probably harming people is probably just kids' content. Because kids' content, it's just garbage. Like, if you ever have kids and you haven't watched something, have it be like really slow pace, calm Minecraft content. Like, have them watch like The Librarian or something. That's a pretty good YouTuber. Calm and slow pace. It'll lead to them having a higher attention span, and if you think about it, even more patience, honestly. Because if you're used to getting things super quickly, you're gonna lose your patience more quickly. Anyways, what else we got? Saying, yeah, that. Yeah, that's... one of the most annoying things in Build-A-Boat when I was playing Build-A-Boat was people kept making this stupid skibidi toilet stuff in it, and they were fighting with the giant mechs, and it was so pointless, and it doesn't look good. Like, I personally, when I was playing Build-A-Boat, I wasn't really a big fan of mechs. I saw them as impractical until I decided to try my own spin on the mech. I never really finished it because first off, it was way too laggy. That's the problem with that game. It gets too laggy. It's hard to get everything loaded, but if I was gonna make a mech, I would make it look good, not with a freaking camera. Like what, or whatever it's supposed to look. I don't remember. It's not like I watched that. But what really annoys me is when whenever my younger siblings start talking about it. That's irritating. I don't like hearing that. They start making jokes about it, and it's like not even slightly funny. It's not like it's bad. It's just like, what's the point? Like, honestly, I'd find dad jokes more funny than those things. Than just saying the words, skibidi toilet. I'd find dad jokes more funny than that. It's just so pointless. I also don't appreciate that whole trend kind of ruined Gmod. Like, there was the Nextbot Chasers, which brought a lot of popularity to Gmod, but it also... Gmod's a game, it's a sandbox. There's a lot of things you can do in Gmod, but eventually you're going to run out of things to do. But I just feel like a lot of the things they do in Gmod are just making Gmod die away. Like, start to slowly wither away. And I don't really like that, because I like Gmod. Gmod's one of my favorite games. I find it comparable to Roblox, but in some ways better, in some ways worse. Well, what game are you talking about? Oh, Build-A-Boat? Build-A-Boat for Treasure is a Roblox game that I actually based my channel on. If you go to my channel and go to oldest videos, you will get... you will end up seeing a lot, like a ton of Build-A-Boat for Treasure videos, which is a Roblox game. It's a Roblox game that was, it was initially supposed to be a game where you make a boat and you ride it through these stages that destroy your boat, and the stronger boat you have, the better. That was essentially what it was. However, over time, they added in a lot of stuff, such as car parts, plane parts, PvP, and it was fun. I gotta say, a lot of that stuff was a lot of fun. You could make all sorts of fun things in that game. However, the flaws they eventually caught up with the game. First off, the game, Roblox is not designed for that kind of stuff. Second off, the game itself isn't really designed for that stuff. Like, the quality of the game, it just makes it hard to build things. Like, mechanics, it's really difficult to build some, like, working mechanics because of that stuff. Plus, there's just several things that were just... It was a game that was made for building boats that go through stages so you get gold and then make more boats. Very simple idea. Somehow the community made it the most complicated thing in the world. And it was fun, but it's still, at its core, a game about boats. So, at the end of the day, you're just stretching a game as much as you can. Eventually, the game's gonna run out of room. And it did for me. I think it's a fun and good game. But I honestly think that... I think the game has reached its end. There's not much more you can do in the game. I feel like if they, instead of going on with Roblox, if they went ahead and made their own Steam game, with similar mechanics, but with a way better engine and much better everything, with many different kinds of blocks, they could make it a better game and a better PvP system as well. The PvP system was fun but flawed. The hardest thing to get in that game was durability. You couldn't get durable because the slightest dynamite would blow anything apart. It was ridiculous. It's just like real life, you know, with guns and stuff. The things that people can make, the weapons people can make, far surpass their own durability. So it kind of makes people obsolete in a kind of a way. It's kind of a similar thing with Build-A-Boat. All the things in the game were just way too overpowered. So that led to me trying to make a mech that was more focused on speed and dodging attacks rather than tanking them. And I never really finished that because I kind of left the game before that was finished. So that's how that went. But I still do like the game, and every now and then I'll go on it and try to make something or just kind of play around with things I've already made. But personally, I think it would be better if they had made their own Steam game with maybe more people, perhaps. Because in the current game, you can only have like 7 people in the game at once, and that's not a lot of people. It's kind of difficult to get everyone to go into a war in that game whenever there's only 7 people. What I think would help the game, personally, is if they added, not a PvP mode, they already have a PvP mode, but I'm talking about whole PvP servers. That's what I think would be a good idea. That would be a very simple thing to do, it would take like no time, and the whole point of it, literally no changes. You don't even have to have PvP mode on. There'd be no changes in it. The only difference is people would go in there with the intent of having PvP. So that means lots of people who want to have PvP will get together and they'll have PvP, and it would make it easier to have PvP with someone, because typically 1 out of like 6 to 8 servers has someone who wants to have PvP. So it's difficult to find somebody to fight in that game. And even when you find someone to fight, they either have really trashy builds or way too overpowered ones. One thing that they added into the game that is good and bad at the same time is the trap block. The trap block is basically a block that whatever it touches, it deals damage to. And that was a great idea and a terrible idea at the same time, for a few reasons. First off, it was great because you could make death blocks that people whenever they touch they die, and you could make things like saws and cut into things, and that was pretty freaking cool. That was cool at the time. You can make like saws and better weaponry. A bad thing is if you buy too many of them and you place multiple of them in the same block, turn off collisions, you can kill anything you want. Even if there's blocks in between you and the weapon, it'll just go right through the blocks and immediately kill you. Not only that, it breaks blocks so quickly, and if you buy enough of them, you can just spawn kill someone until they turn PvP off. It's not fair. I mean, it is fair at the same time because anyone can do it, but it just turns the game into who can buy more of these trap blocks and kill each other with them faster. It just makes the game boring, in my opinion. But trap blocks, for the most part, they were nice, but I just feel like they could have done better with them, you know. Anyways, got some gold here, lead. Alright. Yeah, quite a lot of lava. We've got 8 tanks of it. I think I'm kind of having a stomachache because I ate bad food. It's a good lesson. Good lesson to learn. Don't eat garbage. Alright, that's generating power a lot faster. Oh yeah, a lot faster. And that's only 1 tank, and it's using, I'd say about 30, 40 a second, maybe 50 a second. 50 MB, which is millibuckets, 1,000th of a bucket. And we have 16 buckets times 7. And that times 1,000 will be how many MB we have. But I think it would be nice if they made like a Steam game or something, or who knows. It wouldn't even be that difficult to make the Steam game, honestly. In my opinion. I feel like Roblox pretty soon is gonna die. But they are trying to do something, apparently, to fix their game. There's a lot of issues with Roblox, which is one of the reasons I stopped playing Roblox. First off, they keep updating their privacy policy, which that's a bad thing for me because I have OCD. I don't want to just accept your privacy policy. I want to read it. And if I go there to try to read it, it would be like 500 pages long. First off, if your privacy policy is 500 pages long, don't accept it. There's gotta be something in there that's like signing away your future earnings or something. Something stupid like that. With that many pages, there could be anything in there. Second off, you can't read all of that. That should be suable. Because a human cannot read all of that. The one thing you can do is get an AI to read it. Which is a good thing about AI. It can help you with things like law. And you get an AI to read it, and an AI will read it all up. And it will tell you all the security risks with going with it. That's what it'll do. So I guess ChatGPT would be useful for that. I kind of stopped playing Roblox, got boring. That's fair. There are some games, a few games on Roblox that I really like. But sadly, those games either die or get worse over time. Or I get bored of them. There was this one game that I loved. It was a One Punch Man game. It was one of those classic games that you train, you get stronger, and then you fight people. However, there were way better classes, and there was some battle IQ involved, which made it actually fun. I liked the alien class because its abilities were just way stronger, and it had an ability that would allow you to heal yourself. It would be cool if someone made a game on Steam like that. It'd be cool. Plus, you'd probably get way more players because it's One Punch Man themed. But I'm not sure if that would go off legally, honestly, because One Punch Man, they probably wouldn't want that distributed. But who knows? Oh wow, that filled up fast. Now we're filling this up. Anyways, I I'm conflicted about that stuff personally. I'm not exactly sure um what Roblox needs to do. I mean, I know some things Roblox needs to do. It needs to deal with the whole kid-adult thing. Because there are two groups of people on Roblox right now that make up the majority of those playing it. Kids and adults. And young children is what the game's designed for. That was the whole point of it. And that's what it did for a lot of its beginning time. It would harbor children who played it. And that's what it did. However, the game had so many addicting games on it that the children playing it grew up into adults, and they were still playing it. So that means all those people who were playing it before are still playing it, and they have massively different senses of humor and all sorts of stuff like that. However, now those two groups are interacting with each other, and there's also political games on Roblox, which is horrible. That's the worst. There should not be political games on Roblox. Which there are anyway, and there's not really anything that can be done about that. People are gonna make political games, and that's what people are gonna do. Oh crap! I forgot. Don't touch those. Those hit you. However, acknowledging that, I remember I used to spread the gospel on this one game called Rate My Avatar. You may have heard of the game. The game kind of died down recently. But it's a fun game. It is fun to talk to people about any topic. But it's any topic. It's the definition of free speech. If you're going to get banned on there for anything, it's going to be for talking about Islam. It's not going to be for saying weird crap to people, or having a disgusting disgusting booth picture, or saying anything gross. It's for some reason out of all the things, I don't think I don't remember any times I saw anyone get banned. I don't think so. But at one time I got banned for talking about Muhammad, which was something. I was just talking about the historical documents about what Muhammad did to a Muslim. And then a Christian walked up and banned me for it. What? I was so shocked. I was so shocked when I was appealing the ban to find out the person that banned me. Okay. I don't know if I still have. I don't know if I still have it. I might have pictures of it, but it was hilarious. I had a ticket open and I was talking in there, and I remember they were being harsh to me. And I was explaining to them that's not hate speech because it's true. Um, and it was ridiculous. I was like, man, I wish I'd gotten the Christian mod to talk to me instead. And then they said dot dot dot. I am the Christian mod, which is hilarious. Such a plot twist. But anyways, after that, I eventually got unbanned. A few days later, even though they denied my requests, I still got unbanned silently for some reason. So maybe they just read up what the sources had to say about it and realized I was right. Who knows? Or maybe someone... I don't know what happened, but I got unbanned early. That's basically what happened. I got unbanned like a day early. It didn't really matter much to me. I just went on and kept spreading the gospel. Yeah, it was odd. That was an odd time in my life. I remember I had horrific religious OCD back then. It was suffering. And I would go in there and I would feel the need to spread the gospel as much as I possibly could, which isn't a bad thing. That's a good thing to do. But when you are burdening yourself to the point that your mental health is declining, it's too much. It's definitely too much at that point. And I was spending the entire day on the computer, 8 hours just doing that. Bands like that just kind of come and go, it seems. I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty sure typically when people get banned in that game, they don't get unbanned, because I'm gonna be honest, sometimes people can be unreasonable, but a lot of the times I'd say the bans were normally reasonable, because if you're getting banned on a game like that, where people talk about gross stuff all the time, it's gotta be for something bad, you know? It's not gonna be for anything like that. I remember when I came in the game one time, I was just, talking about the gospel, Jesus and stuff, and people were saying, oh, no, it's against the rules, you're not allowed to talk about religion on Roblox. And I just kind of believed them, and I went and checked. They were wrong, and I left the game, so I didn't even get to tell them that they were wrong. You can't talk about that. It's ridiculous. But, which at that time, that would have actually convinced me, because I was, had really bad religious OCD, and my mental health was to the point where if some corporation told me to do something, I would feel the need to do it, because of Romans 14, I believe? Something like that. I remember Romans 14, Romans 13. Romans 13 talks about being subject to the governing authorities. Just respecting their position at the very least. And then Romans 14 after that talks about things people consider to be sins, believe to be sins, or feel to be sins. And if you say believe something to be a sin and you do it, then you've committed sin. That's how it works. That's how one portion of sin works. That's not. Some people think that's how all sin works. And then that led some people to say that this one person to say that sin is subjective. And no, the sin's not subjective. Some sin is subjective. Not all sin. They got a wrong conclusion from it, which is probably the worst conclusion you could get from it. But they were probably looking for it, to be honest. I gotta say, they were probably looking for that. The Bible talks about this. It talks about itching ears, people who look for teachings that they agree with. Which, yeah, not sure. But, anyways, I for a while I've been thinking about like Calvinism and stuff. My dad's a Calvinist, so I can't really like escape Calvinism. I can't like. I mean, my mind is it wouldn't ever let me escape Calvinism anyway. Hyperdog Gaming says, "What up, man? Hello, Hyperdog Gaming. Hi. Talking about Christianity and stuff, struggles with Calvinism and things. I always about to talk about Calvinism. Calvinism's just another one of those weird things. Calvinism, it annoys me, personally. I don't like Calvinism. I know it's not right. I know Calvinism, the traditional doctrine, is definitely not right. I'm just not sure how much of it is incorrect. You know? Like, I'm like very, very certain, very sure that it's Calvinism is incorrect. The traditional view of Calvinism is definitely incorrect because the limited atonement obviously unbiblical. You're a non-denominational Christian. Oh, cool. How do you believe a person's saved? That's the most important question. Is gospel. How do you believe a person's saved? I typically go around the internet asking people that question. I think I'm gonna make a recycler. Yeah. Need a compressor first. Is that not? Okay. There. Alright. And then 2 iron and some dirt, believe it or not. That's how you make a recycler. And glowstone. And I can use polished andesite to do it. Through accepting Jesus Christ as Lord and Savior, there's no other way. I typically ask this just to check. Do you believe you need works or obedience to be saved? Because some people believe that, and the Bible it talks about that in Ephesians 2. I typically ask people that too. Some people, I just don't want people to trust in their works or obedience to save them. Some people think they need works and or obedience, and even if the interpretation of Galatians that I have is incorrect, it trusting in your obedience or works is still really bad for a person. I believe it says somewhere in there that it's not by works but faith you've been saved. Yes, that is Ephesians 2. Not by works. Yes. It says, by grace you've been saved through faith. This is not of yourselves, but not of works, thus anyone should boast. It says it's a gift. Which Calvinists, strangely enough, interpret faith as a gift. Which is kind of strange. Since that's not what I don't think that's what it's saying. I interpret it as grace as the gift or salvation, but I don't know. It's kind of strange. ChatGPT will, whenever you're asking about these things, will just agree with you. No matter what you believe, it'll just agree with you. Unless it's something obviously wrong. If it's something about the Bible, it'll just take your side. Which is kind of strange. Copper cables, a little bit of redstone. There. Alright. One of these. And then I need 2 iron and some glowstone. That was pretty... It's pretty quick to get this. Don't have a ton of glowstone, but, you know. There we go. Recycler. Power tier 1. I don't want to put it there. Naman has the face. Face of Legends. Alright, I'm gonna put this here and get a tin cable. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, now basically how the recycler works is you put something in it, and boom. Okay, it didn't work that time, but sometimes it will, what it will do, 1 hour? Oh yes, it's been an hour. Sometimes what it will do is, if you put it in the right thing, I think I'm gonna have to find something useless to put in it. But I'm gonna put these up here, and I think I'm gonna go into the Nether and mine a absolute freak ton of netherrack, and then I'll use that for the recycler. That's what I'll do. Grab that. We'll go straight into a wall. Just start mining tons and tons of netherrack. Basically what it does is it gives you scrap, and you use that scrap to make scrap boxes. Oh yeah, also, Hyperdog, if you're still here, you can ask questions about the Bible. I can answer them. I feel like I have decent answers. But, basically you use them, and it's basically like a lucky block. It'll give you a random item out of the mod pack or out of vanilla, and you just get something fun. It's kind of nice. All right, we got several stacks there. I want more. Oop, that's lava. Gotta be careful of that. Don't want it to burn up our precious netherrack. Obviously the most precious item in the entire game, and totally not overly plentiful. It's totally not so plentiful that you probably in multiplayer servers just find it just hanging around in random chests. Alright, let's see if I can use netherrack to make anything. No, nether bricks, that's it. Nether bricks and something to do with Tinker's Construct. And then I just throw it in a stack. Uses almost no energy. Let's just make sure this is not. Nope. Alright, good. Alright. And as you can see, it is using it up and giving us nothing. Okay, dang it. The netherrack is destroying the bitrate. I don't know what a bitrate is. But we got some scrap. Sorry, I don't know what that is. I heard of it before, though. We got scrap, though. Scrap can be used for a few things. It can be used to make fertilizer. It can use to get fertilizer, which fertilizer you can craft. Yeah, okay. Fertilizer, two different recipes for it. You can use it to smelt a few items, if you want, or you can use it to make a scrap box. When you hit uses on this, you can either smelt 15 items with it, or look at this. You can get a bunch of random garbage, like hose, steak, ore, emeralds every now and then. Gold ore, iron dust, rotten flesh, a blaze rod, believe it or not. Do that. What do you mean do that? Do what? Do what? 8 slime? 8? House? Ah, you're confusing me. What do you mean house? You want me to get a scrap box? Is that what it? Is that it? You think the scrap box? I think the scrap box is pretty cool. Another thing you can use scrap boxes for. Let's see what else. Yeah, ender pearls, tin cans, redstone, soul sand. Look at all this crap. Batteries, mine carts. No, it's a slot machine. Oh, I thought it was a house. I mean, yeah, you can get a diamond from it if you're really lucky. Coal dust. It's some fun stuff. You need 9 of them to make a single one, so it's going to take some time. What I could do to make it faster is get some upgrades that'll make it go even faster. That might take me a little bit of time. Heck, Why not? I'll do it. First off, we're gonna need a fluid solid canning machine. Pretty easy to get. We're just gonna need 8, 9 iron. Roll that all up. 1, 2, 3, 4 of that. And some of this. A little bit of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. Alright. Then we gotta wait for that to go. And while that's going, I'll just gotta get some more of this. Okay, great, sweet. We can make our first. Gamble decision. Okay, let's do this. Wah! Dirt. Excellent, excellent. Absolutely immaculate. Immaculate. Alright. Let's keep this supplied. What else do I? This is almost done. It's not almost done. Dang it. Okay. You know what? I'll go smelt some ores while I'm here. While I'm waiting for that. It's kind of what you gotta do. I'm gonna need some iron, personally. So let's grab some out of here. Iron, iron, iron. Copper, copper, copper. Okay, there we go. 6 stacks of ores. And that's going to turn into 12 stacks. Bam. Let that smelt. Do we have another one going? Only got one. That's ridiculous. It's supposed to be like I don't know, like a 10% chance or something. Recipe. It doesn't tell me the chance. But you could put literally anything in there, and it's starting with all the different colors of wool. And they have no name to them. But yeah, you can put it in the extractor if you want. Oops. Diorite, granite. Look at all that. Grass, dirt, coarse dirt, puzzle, cobblestone, wood, this wood, that wood too, and the orange wood, and that wood, sapling, other sapling, another sapling, another sapling, gross sapling, another sapling, bedrock, sand, red sand, gravel, gold, iron, coal, wood, another wood, another wood, another wood. Oh my gosh. It's very entertaining, I know, right? Anyways, oh wait, that's done, okay. I'm gonna screw that. That'll take a few seconds, and then I'll roll all these. It's going well. Roll that, and I'll just go ahead and just start crafting away. Boom, 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 and bam. Perfect. And I'm gonna need a little machine casing. There we go. Now I just need them 10 item casings, which I have 0. And that's taking a little bit of time. Incredible. I know, right? It's so incredible. It's the most incredible thing ever. Hey, we can make another one. Alright. A little more gambling. This time we won't get dirt. Be gone. Filth. I burnt the shovel. The shovel's gone forever. Anyways, what else? What else we got? There we go. Let's put that in there. It's going well. My throat kind of hurts, so I'm going to drink more water. I'm going to be out of water pretty soon. Alright, I'm out of water. It's kind of cold down in my room, honestly. But it's hot outside, so I can't get comfortable for the life of me. Anyways, we got this like new rooster, and it's like really, really weak and thin, and I don't know. I'm not sure what to do with it. except feed it food and give it water and pet it. That's kind of all I can do with it. I'd imagine the person who we got it from was probably really annoyed that it's being super nice to us, but it was hugely mean to him. Alright, here's a fluid solid canning machine. Not sure why you just make a regular canning machine. Not sure why you just make a regular canning machine. It's not like it's any cheaper, really. Like, no, it's literally, like, more expensive. The only thing that's cheaper is it takes 10 cans, but you need a metal former to make that. Why would you make a regular canning machine instead of the fluid solid one? This one's more useful anyway. You can use it to make all sorts of stuff. Like biomass. Or hot spring water with a stick. And it's water and a stick. And you got blue water. I'm sold. We need it. We need it now. We need the hot spring water. It is a life force. Beautiful. We've got this. Isn't that beautiful? And then we switch canning, drain from cell into tank. Cell into tank. Cell into tank. Fill cell from tank. Does it not? It's not working. Hold on. Oh, you gotta be freaking kidding me. We gotta use the cells. This is stupid. Ah. Don't tell me it does it one at a time. It can't be one at a time. Oh my gosh. It does it one at a time. You gotta be kidding me. This is gonna take forever. I can't just pour the water in. I gotta wait for this stupid thing. Please tell me I can just right click it with it. Of course not. This is so stupid. And I need to do that again to get these stinking things. Alright. Grab that. That's for some reason making zero noise. Alright. Now I need to do this. Boom. And then I need to turn this into dust. And then we can make a little bit of coolant. Just a tiny little bit. Just a little bit. Just a little. Just a little coolant. There you go. Lapis dust. Gotta wait for that to get done. This is so entertaining, isn't it? It used to let me put a whole tank in instantly, pretty much. And now I gotta do it a little bit at a time. Just a little, just tad, you know. Fluid enrich. Enrich the fluid for me. Come on, enrich that fluid. Come on, come on. Enrich the fluid. Oh, come the freak on. Come on, really? 1 bucket of coolant for 8 lapis. Now that's some bull crap. That is some prime bull crap right there. I need to get some distillers out, don't I? Give me that lapis dust. Put it up there. Okay. Fill cell from tank. Voila! Give me my coolant, alright? It was expensive. Lapis is expensive. And now I got coolant. There, coolant cell. Alright, and I can use it to make 10k coolant cell. I really hope that does not take the universal fluid cell. I hope. I hope. Please don't take my cell away. Please. Please, I want to keep my precious cell. Please. Don't take it from me. This is going to take some time to wait for all that to go. Let's get the other stuff ready while that's going. Wah, wah. I need... That's actually really easy to get. 1, 2, 3. And then an iron. And then some redstone. That's pretty good. Popcorn emoji. That's Amon's thing. He does the popcorn. He's the popcorn man. Let's turn the night. I gotta turn back today. Wah. Alright, please. Please. Please, 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 please. Please, don't take the cell. Don't take the cell. Let's take the cell. Yes! I get to keep the cell. I get to keep it. Alright, we got a 10k coolant cell. Ready to go. Which these can be used to cool down a nuclear reactor if you care about doing that. I personally don't use them. I just use vents instead. I really hope that doesn't burn me. Now that I'm thinking about that, that's totally going to burn me. It's totally going to burn me, isn't it? If I'd use freaking... Oh my gosh. I know it's going to burn me. Just like these stupid things. Just like them stupid things. Whenever I get near it, it's going to burn me, isn't it? I already know it. Oh my gosh. That's going to happen when I use the freaking vents. That makes sense, though. But it's annoying. But I got my coolant cell. It has 10,000 durability. How much? That was 30,000 durability. 60,000 durability. That's pretty cool. Anyways, let's get this thing out of here. And then we'll throw in some other stuff, and then it'll be good. It'll be good. There. Now I can go ahead and make the rest of these. There. That went in there. Nope, it stayed in there. There. Okay, perfect. And then this, and then this. Okay. We almost got it. I was thinking of making a nuclear reactor today, but we're not quite there yet. We need more energy to make a nuclear reactor. Which, ironic, honestly, because that's what a nuclear reactor is for. It's for energy. But, this. This. And... Okay, that's taking way too long. I wanted to say finally this, but it's like, it just takes way too long. That. Alright, there we go. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Bam. Bam, bam. Here, bam. Wah, wah. Wah, 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 wah. Wah, 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 wah. 2 overclocker upgrades. That was stupid long. Each one of these decreases process time to 70% and increases power to 160%. So basically, it doesn't take as much time. And if you put them together, they multiply. So 49% and 256%. So quite a lot of power. But check this out. Look at how fast it's going now. Much faster. As opposed to that. It's about double as fast. It's pretty good. How much power does it take? It still takes nothing. Probably because the recycler takes so little energy to use. Well, let me just reach real far. I'm starting to get cold because I live in the basement and it's cold in the basement, and not only that, not only is it cold in the basement, I have no windows to let any heat in, so it's just forever cold in my basement. So that's why I need to wear sweaters down here in the summer, and coats, and wear blankets, because it is cold in my room. But alright, we now have enough scrap to gamble again. How much netherrack did I spend to get one netherrack? Dang it. And now it goes in there and turns back into scrap. It takes 9 scrap to get 1 netherrack. I mean, it's fun, but it's like real gambling, you know what I mean? You don't get anything back. You rarely get anything. Anywhere where there's gambling, Amon's there, right? Is that how that works? Oh boy. Alright. That is not dropping any more scrap. Why is it? Give me some scrap. Come on! Give scrap now. Alright, there we go. 5 scrap. 5 scrap. 5 scrap. Oh my gosh. Give me some more stinking scrap. Oh my goodness. This is actually not working. 6 scrap. This is the most boring stream ever. I thought maybe my title would help with the stream, but maybe not. All right, again. Hey, I got some food. 1.6%. Yeah, we got some food, boys. We got some steak. A whole steak. That was pretty good. Pretty good. I got a steak out of the box. I got a steak. Lovely steak. So what's the next step to getting a nuclear reactor? I guess I just need to get a free ton of power. That's why I got these lava tanks. I just put another one in. Starts getting me some power. And I'm slowly sapping it away using this thing. Which is obviously worth it. Alright, let's do it again. Come on. Come on. Blaze rod! A feather. I mean, at least it's kind of rare. Uses. Ah, yes. Book and quill and arrow. Uncraftable tipped arrows. Lingering uncraftable potion. Lives up to its name. It's definitely not craftable. But the uncraftable tipped arrows are in fact craftable. See? Ridiculous. How's this going? Got like 500,000 power in total. That's a decent amount of power, but like that's enough for half the durability of one nanosuit piece. So maybe not the best. And I'm almost at another rack. And my hands are cold and I kind of want to go outside and pet a goose. So hard decisions. Hard decisions. Would I rather stay here and stream or pet a goose? We have geese outside and I can pet them. Hey, a slime ball! How common is that? 1%. Okay, not very rare. But it's a slime ball, so slime ball. I guess. I don't know. Hooray, slime ball. Ugh. Five plus 1 is 6. 7. Oh, I think there's someone behind my door. 8. One more. One more. Come on. Come on, one more. One more. 9. There we go. Here we go. Come on, come on. Diamond. A stick. 7%. That's really bad. Well, there's no way I'm getting another one. Nope, we're getting a lot of scrap, though, for how much I put in. That's decent. Gotta be careful with these recyclers. You don't want to accidentally throw in something expensive. You know, like your sword, or your lava tanks, or your overclocker upgrades. Which those are great for the metal former. Absolutely great. Beautiful. Alright, I think I'm gonna end the stream because the counter says 1, which would be me, because I'm watching on my iPad. So I'm gonna end the stream and go pet geese. So I'm gonna go now. Goodbye. Gospel and stuff.